Okay, hi guys. This is my first World of Tanks video and it's going to be about the Centurion Mark 7.1. I'm really enjoying this tank at the moment. I have got a slight dilemma with it though, which I will get to in a second. But just keep in mind guys, when you watch the replay that I'm going to show you, is that I'm actually a really average player. I've only had 5,000 battles, which isn't a lot. I regularly see people with 10, 15, 20,000, so I'm not doing too bad. I think I'll be able to get to 6,000 personal rating pretty soon. It wasn't until I got to about 4,000 which I actually started to get a lot better at the game, so I'm pretty happy with how it's going at the moment. But yeah, this video, like I said, is going to be about the Centurion one, and the dilemma I have, guys, is that there's two guns that you want to be using. The 20 pounder and the 105. Now, I've used the 20 pounder a lot, obviously, to grind to the 105. And I really did enjoy this gun. It's got 10.5 rate of fire, 226 pen, and 230 average damage, which isn't a lot. But because you've got such high rate of fire, it seems to make up for the low average damage. And obviously got very good aiming time and decent accuracy as well. Well, very good accuracy really. But then onto the 105, and this is the problem I've got. Going from 10.5 rate of fire to 5, which is, you know, half of what you're used to, is very hard to, well, it's hard for me to go from 10.5 to 5. I'm really struggling with it. I've only had about 10 battles with this gun, so maybe I just need to play more. But like you can see here, it's got 226 and this one has 268 penetration, which obviously is a lot better, and a much higher alpha damage. Aiming time isn't as good, but it's still okay. The dispersion is exactly the same. So, but yeah, that's the dilemma I've got, and I would like your guys' input on it if you have got the Centurion 7.1. Which gun do you guys prefer? Like I said, I'm really struggling. I don't know whether it's just me and I'm so used to playing with the 10.5 that it's just going to take some time to get into this one, but in some circumstances I just think the rate of fire just really lets you down. But other than that, I really enjoy the tank. I didn't get the top engine. I went for the gun instead, which I think was a slight mistake on my part. But I should be able to get to it pretty soon. And on this weekend it's been ×3 as well, which has obviously helped a lot. And I haven't got these two yet, which I'm playing alright without them, so I went with the gun first. But yeah, the tank itself I found is very good. The turret is brilliant. It doesn't look like it's good, but it actually bounces a hell of a lot. But other than that, I think it's a very, very good tank. Let's get to the replay, but just keep in mind, guys, that I'm not one of these super unicorn, I think that's what people call them, players. I'm just a Joe average player. That's, like I said, I'm slowly getting better at the game. So these videos might be good for people who aren't quite as good as World of Tanks, and show that you can still do very well, even as an average player, if you can get your tank into the right circumstance. So let's cut to the replay and see what happens. Alright guys, so here we go. When I was in this game, I wasn't quite sure of the position I actually wanted to go to. The teams are similar on both sides, so we're equally matched really. I think we had a 51% chance. Yeah, 51% chance. So I was going to sit back and snipe as these light tanks to the right of me went off and did their thing. But as you can see here, things change really quickly. And my mentality in this game now has changed a lot. I used to just go for kills all the time, where now I just try and do consistent damage instead of just trying to get kills. I know that sounds weird. Take a nice shot there. I don't know what the hell that tank was trying to do. Yeah, instead of just... I know it sounds really strange. How could you go for kills without doing damage? I know, but I try and focus on just spitting out shells all the time. Getting in a position where I can just keep firing and firing. So I'm trying to go to a hold down position by here and snipe these tanks. And the turret armor of the Centurion there, doing what it does best. Now, we have a tank up in this position, the 1390, which is a very good position for light tanks. And he's obviously spotting most of these tanks. So I'm going to try and just poke this ridge and do some consistent damage. And this is where this tank really shines. It's got so much gun depression that you can just take nice shots at guys. That was very close. I didn't realise how close I was when I was in the game. Jesus. That was very lucky. Yeah, this tank just really good at ridgeline work because of the gun depression. So I'm just going to try and keep doing damage. Can't quite get it, but always in the back of my mind I'm thinking about the artillery. And I think that 1390 needs to be spotted now, so he's making a run for it. I'm trying to get down into this little crater by here now to move forward. And I want to get that SP1C out of the game as quick as I can. Take a shot there. I focused too much on that tank. And this is what's great about these replay system in World Tanks. It is always good to go back and watch your replays. Since I've been doing it, I've learned a hell of a lot about the mistakes I made. And I've got a tendency to just focus on one tank too much, and it gets me in trouble a lot, so I've really got to cut that out. Doing some more damage. And this is with the 105 gun. And as you can see here, the advantage of it is that the alpha damage is just brilliant. But I'm not quite happy with the rate of fire, so I may go back to the 20 pounder. Now the lightweight's making a run for it. I'm trying to get in a cheeky shot. There we go. And now that IS-2 is in a good position to shoot us, so we've always got to keep an eye on him. And try and get a shot in. It's unfortunate that I missed there. Now the enemy are capping, but I'm not too worried about it because our light tanks are just going off now. Hopefully they'll be able to reset. There we go. Now we got 3 minutes, so I'm not worried at all about the cap. Now this is a massive mistake on my part. I focused too much on the IS-2 and I got hit by an artillery. I think I've also, this lightweight shooting me. I do get a shot into the IS-2, but there again I should have pulled back. I should not have stayed on our ridge. And now this is where this gun is brilliant, because with the 20 pounder I see the artillery. I'm going to try and get a nice shot at him now. With the 20 pounder, that would have took 2 shots, which obviously isn't good because he could have become unspotted or he could have moved. But with this gun, 1 shot and he's out of the game. I could have loaded HE as well, but I was already pretty much loaded, so. Now I want to get that IS-2 out because he's becoming a problem. But the TDP takes him out. And that T-54, he actually had not a bad game. He didn't get many kills, but like I said, he did damage, which is really good. Now I'm going towards the cap, obviously, because I think the majority of their players now are on the hill or in around the cap area. And that 432 is the one that's capping, so I'm not too worried though, because like I said, it takes so long to cap in this game mode that unless there's multiple people in there, you don't really have to worry about it. I'm sorry if the replay is a bit janky. I'm still getting used to the replay controls. Now, these are where the dangerous tanks are, all the top tier tanks. They track the M103, which was unfortunate. And that KV3 is on the top of the hill. I'm going to try and get a shot at him. And God knows why that didn't go in. And this is what I find with this gun. Even though it's got better pen, because it uses a different kind of shell, I seem to find if you hit the tracks, it just negates all of the damage. Whereas with the 20 pounder, sometimes I hit the tracks and it still goes through and does damage. Whereas this gun, I don't know why, but maybe it's just me doing derp shots. But So now we know where all their dangerous tanks are. They still got one good artillery in the game, one dangerous artillery. So I want to get his IS-3 before he kills our artillery. Put one nice shot in. And I can see what he's trying to do, so I back up. For some reason, he must not have spotted the artillery. And I finish him off before he can kill it. So our artillery is still in the game. He can still do damage, which is very important. Because even though we're winning on tanks, they have still got some dangerous tanks. And the T10 is actually on 5 kills, so he's... Again, I hit the tracks. Terrible shot there. And this is where this tank shines. This gun depression is so good that you can just take these crazy shots. Nice damage, pull back. And now I'm not too worried because we know where all the tanks are. They have a KV-3, an M103 and a T10. So I'm going to try and get a shot into that M103. Again, didn't penetrate. And our artillery, I don't know whether you guys saw that, but our artillery that we saved did 500 odd damage to that M03. Which is, and this is what I'm saying, even though he's on low HP, he's still in the game. And that's why I was trying to save him, because he just did 500 damage to a very dangerous tank. And now he's pretty much a 2-shot kill if we can pen. Well, he's definitely a 2-shot kill now. Bounce off a KV-3. Now all these are 1-shots, so I'm not worried at all at the moment. So I peek over to try and get the T10. Someone else take him, so I go for the M103. Take him out of the game. And now just a KV-3. And there we go, guys. So we did 4,258 damage. I haven't actually got the final replay screen, you know, the results screen. But let's go back to the garage and have a quick talk about what just happened. So there we have it, guys. The Centurion 7.1, highly recommended. Very good tank. This was my first World of Tanks video, so I would like some input on it if you guys have the time to leave a comment. But this replay was just to show that even if you are an average player like me, or below average, don't get discouraged if you have game after game of terrible matches. Just stick to what, you know, look at what you're doing. If it's not working, find out why it's not working, look at replays, and see what you need to improve. Like for me, for instance, I focus on targets too much, a single target, and it gets me into trouble. So that's the thing I need to improve on. But yeah, watch your replays, get better at the game, and most importantly, just have fun, I suppose. So yeah, leave your comments, guys. I'm going to be trying to get 2 World of Tanks videos out each week. I'm playing with the T54E1, so I should have some replays of that fairly soon. And I've just unlocked the Jagdpanther 2. I still got the crappy gun on it at the moment though, so I'm having quite a bit of problems with this one. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.